What if you could live just 15 minutes from downtown Seattle, enjoy beachside sunsets, and actually find a home that doesn't make your wallet cry?
Burien has been catching a lot of attention lately, but is it all sunshine and skyline views? Or are there a few curveballs that you should know about before making the move? And this is my husband and business partner, William, and together we are the WB Noble's real estate team. From expert advice to practical tips, we got everything you need to make informed decisions. So whether your move is just around the corner or still on the horizon, we're here to guide you every step of the way. All our contact details are right below, so don't hesitate to reach out.
And if this is your first time to the channel and you want the full scoop on living, working, and enjoying life in Seattle and beyond, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when we post our next adventure or juicy insight.
Today we're diving into the real deal pros and cons of Burien, Washington. If you're thinking about relocating to Seattle area, but you want something with a little bit more nature and a bit more breathing room and a lot less traffic, this one might just be for you. Let's kick it off with one of Burien's biggest perks, its location. You're about 15 minutes from downtown Seattle, depending on traffic, 10 minutes from West Seattle, and you've got Sea-Tac International Airport right next door, and 10 minutes from major shopping, entertainment, and loads of amenities in the South Center area. Plus, it's super close to major highways and mass transit connections that make commuting throughout the Seattle to Tacoma region easy peasy. Whether you're commuting for work, flying frequently, or just want quick access to city amenities without living in the city, this is huge.
Now, con number one. You're gonna hear planes.
True.
Now, here's the trade-off. Sea-Tac Airport is great until you're living under a flight path.
True.
Depending on where in Burien you live and the weather, the plane noise can be constant, especially in neighborhoods like Boulevard Park, Central Burien, and the First Ave corridor. As Sea-Tac continues to grow, flight paths change. And more recently, folks in the Cedars area are reporting an increase in noise pollution from planes traffic.
Yeah, there are ways to mitigate the noise.
Yes.
Many of the newer homes are built with keeping external sound out a priority, with upgraded insulation, building materials, and acoustical storm windows. There are many updates that you can do to older homes too to help keep that sound out.
It's not a deal breaker for everyone, but definitely worth considering how much that noise will affect you long term, or whether you want to put your resources into necessary upgrades.
Now, pro number two, affordable real estate. One of the biggest reasons people are moving to Burien is simple. You get way more home for your money here. Compared to Seattle or Bellevue especially, Burien's prices are way more approachable without sacrificing lifestyle or location. You can still snag charming mid-century homes, stylish newer townhomes, and even some waterfront or water view properties with a more accessible budget. Let's talk actual numbers. According to the Northwest MLS, as of January of this year, 2025, the average sold price in Seattle was just over $1 million. And in Bellevue, the average was closer to $2 million. Meanwhile, in Burien, the average sold price was just over $700,000.
That's a $300,000 to $1.3 million difference.
Huge.
Especially for buyers relocating from out of state or first-time home buyers looking to break into the Puget Sound market. And it's not just about cheaper homes. You also tend to get larger lots, more privacy, and in many cases, updated interiors without the sticker shock. Plus, because Burien's neighborhoods vary, some old and established, some newer and modern, you can find a style that fits your taste without feeling like you're compromising too much, you know?
True.
Yeah.
And here's something a lot of people don't realize. Burien's property taxes are generally lower than King County's highest end cities. So even after you buy, your monthly costs tend to stay much more manageable.
Con number two, limited inventory. Burien's housing market can definitely get tight, and it's something you want to be prepared for because Burien isn't a massive city. The population in Burien is around 52,000 people. The number of homes that hit the market at any given time is naturally smaller than nearby cities like Seattle and Tacoma.
And Burien's popularity is surging lately, especially with people relocating to Washington who want to stay near the Seattle without paying Seattle prices. Right now, the average days on the market for homes here is around 14 to 20 days, depending on the neighborhood. So, homes, especially move-in ready properties, priced under the $750,000 range, often get snapped up pretty quickly, sometimes even within the first weekend.
Another thing to watch, Burien's new construction inventory is very limited compared to suburban areas further south like Covington or Bonnie Lake.
True.
Most of Burien's housing stock was built between the 1950s and the 1980s. That means unless you get lucky and find a recently remodeled home, you may have to be open to homes that need light updates. Think like kitchens, bathrooms, maybe some cosmetic work. If you want that perfect turnkey property, you'll either need to be ready to move fast when it pops up or be flexible with your wish list and budget for fewer upgrades after closing.
Pro tip, having your financing pre-approved and being ready to offer quickly can make the difference between getting your dream home or missing out entirely.
Big difference.
Okay, we're at pro number 3, outdoor living. One of Burien's best kept lifestyle perks is how much coastal living you get without the crazy coastal crowds that you'll see in like Alki Beach or up in Edmonds. Burien hugs a beautiful stretch of Puget Sound shoreline, and it's home to some truly underrated gems like Seahurst Park. With over 178 acres of forested trails, beach access, picnic areas, and even marine life discovery programs, this is a go-to spot for everything from sunset walks to kayaking and weekend barbecues. And it's rarely as packed as Seattle's bigger parks. Now then there's Three Tree Point. It's one of my all-time favorites. William and I love cruising through the little coastal neighborhood on our on our Sunday afternoon bike rides. It gives foreign coastal town vibes, and I just love it.
Yes, she does.
This neighborhood offers incredible waterfront views, charming beach houses, and quiet walking streets. Plus, at low tide, you get to explore tidal pools and even spot sand dollars and starfish. The city has over 15 public shoreline access locations, giving you little pockets of peace along the water without needing to hike miles or fight for parking.
And here's a lifestyle bonus. You still get those unforgettable Puget Sound sunsets, the kind where the sky just lights up in the orange and pink and purples. But you're just minutes from downtown Burien's cute cafes, restaurants, and shops.
It really is stunning.
It's beautiful. It's a perfect blend for nature lovers who don't want to give up on convenience.
And unlike places like Alki or Golden Gardens, you won't be elbowing through crowds just to snag a spot on the beach. Hey now. Seahurst feels like your own personal coastal retreat most days.
Now, that brings us to con number 3, walkability. Some areas like Old Burien and downtown are great for walking to cafes and shops, but others, especially further south or east, are more suburban and car dependent. So if walkability is a must, be picky about where you land. There are plenty of walkable areas, and I'm sure you'll find the right one for you.
If you're considering a move to Western Washington and Burien's caught your eye, drop us a comment or reach out. We'd love to help you figure out if Western Washington is the right place for your lifestyle. Or if you want us to compare Burien to other Seattle suburbs, leave us a comment and we'll make that happen. All right, so we're at pro number 4, community. One thing we absolutely love about Burien is how it feels like a tight-knit small town, even though you're just minutes from the big city. The community here is seriously active and welcoming. You're not just another face in the crowd, you're part of the neighborhood.
That's pretty cool. So, Burien really leans into that hometown vibe with a ton of local events that bring people together. A few of the big ones we love are Burien's Farmers Market, held every Thursday year-round right in downtown Burien, featuring over 50 vendors with fresh produce, flowers, crafts, and live music. It's one of the few year-round markets in the region. And then there's the Music in the Park series, free outdoor concerts every summer at Lake Burien School Memorial Park and North Sea-Tac Park. Bring a blanket, grab some food, truck eats, and just chill and listen to live music with your neighbors. Then there's also, catch this, Burien UFO Festival.
What?
Yes, it's quirky, and yes, it's amazing. Burien leans into local lore and has a whole street fair dedicated to UFO sightings, costumes, contests, and live performances every April.
That's hilarious.
I know, but it's cool. But then there's also B-Town Festival and Burien Pride Festival. Inclusive, fun, and community-driven celebrations of culture and diversity.
And here's the real difference that you'll feel. You're not just attending these events, you're connecting. Whether it's chatting up the folks at your favorite bakery, running into your kid's teacher at the park, or even getting to casually meet city council members during community coffees, Burien keeps everything really accessible and personal. In fact, according to the City of Burien's Civic Engagement Report, over 62% of residents have participated in a city-sponsored event or volunteer opportunity within the last year. That's way above national average.
It's the kind of place where your barista knows your order and your neighbor might lend you a ladder for your weekend project without thinking twice, which is pretty cool. I find that, they really try to keep the community really engaged. And
yeah,
I know,
and we know our neighbors.
And you know your neighbors, and I think it's really cool because a lot of times with 62% of people actually participating, for those who really realize it and know, that's quite astounding that many people participate in the community events and actually take part and volunteer.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when we go through downtown Burien, because we live just north of the area. Or I'm sorry, nope, we live just south of the area. And it's so cool when we drive through there or walk through there and we see different events going on.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we like it.
Now we're gonna move on to con number 4, growing pains. As more people discover Burien is experiencing the typical growing pains: construction, rising home prices, and occasionally pushback on development. Some longtime residents are worried about losing that small town charm. So it's worth keeping an eye on how the city continues to evolve. The city seems to be doing a pretty good job on fostering community and connection while keeping the charm, so far at least.
Definitely. Now we're at pro number 5. Culture and diversity. Burien is one of the most culturally diverse cities in the region. From amazing family-owned restaurants to community arts and cultural events, this place celebrates its mix of backgrounds. That inclusivity is something many of our clients truly value.
I value it, being that we're right steps away from that area.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
con number 5, schools are a mix.
Yeah.
Are mixed. Depending on the school district and neighborhood, various schools can be hit or miss. It's part of the Highline School District, which is making progress but still working through some challenges.
Yeah.
There are a number of choice schools that work really well for some families, and there's also some private school options as well. We always recommend buyers with kids do a deep dive using tools like Great Schools or connect with local parents to see more about what the school district's actually like.
For sure, definitely. All right, so pro number 6, Burien has character. It isn't just that cookie cutter suburbia. You'll actually find quirky shops, public art, locally owned businesses, and homes with personality. It feels lived in and loved, not manufactured. And that's part of its charm for folks that want something a little different from the polished high-rise feel of newer suburbs.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like character. So that makes us move on to con number 6. It's not fancy, at least not yet. If you're looking for luxury shopping, high-end dining, or pristine infrastructure, Burien might feel a little rough around the edges. It's working on revitalizing, as we discussed in our previous video, but some parts still feel a little unfinished. That said, for a lot of people, that's part of the appeal. Plus, you aren't far from high-end amenities if you want to change it up a bit.
All right, we're on to our final pro, quality of life. We cannot wrap this video up without talking about Burien's overall quality of life, which, spoiler alert, is really impressive.
Burien consistently scores high in national livability rankings. It's actually ranked in the top 10 of cities nationwide when it comes to things like employment opportunity, housing affordability, and access to amenities. That's a huge win whether you're relocating, buying your first home, or just ready for a lifestyle upgrade.
Yeah, definitely. And the cool part is Burien offers this amazing blend of urban convenience, suburban tranquility, and coastal charm. It attracts a really diverse mix of residents, from young professionals who want to be near Seattle without the Seattle price tag, to families looking for great parks and schools, and even retirees who want that small town walkable feel near the water.
And hey, if you're an entrepreneur or think of starting a business, Burien's super supportive of that too. Lower commercial real estate prices and business taxes compared to Seattle make it a hot spot for small businesses and startups. Plus, ongoing projects like the Burien Town Square revitalization are pumping new energy into the downtown area with modern condos, new restaurants, art spaces, and community hubs.
So if you're looking for a place where you can live well, grow professionally, and actually enjoy your weekends, Burien's got a lot going for it.
It's kind of like finding that perfect middle ground between excitement and peace, and not having to compromise on either.
Get your cake and you eat it too.
Oh yeah.
In Burien, you're not just buying a house, you're investing in a lifestyle. So, in summary, Burien is a fantastic option to consider.
Yep, yes it is. People are drawn here for a ton of reasons, like its relative affordability compared to Seattle, the diverse and welcoming community, the natural beauty along the Puget Sound, and that vibrant downtown scene that grows every single year.
Plus, you've got excellent transportation options if you need to commute, and an overall high quality of life that makes it easy to put down roots, all while still having quick access to everything Seattle has to offer.
Whether you're relocating, upsizing, downsizing, or just craving a better lifestyle balance, Burien definitely deserves a spot on your list.
If you are getting value out of our videos, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you never miss out on our insider tips on making Western Washington your home sweet home. We're here to help you make your next move as easy as pie.
Thank you for watching, and remember, if you're planning a move to or within Western Washington, whether next month or next year, we're on board to do the legwork to expedite your relocation decision. Just give us a call, send us an email, or click the link below to schedule a time to chat. We'll be here, rain or shine. Until next time,
explore, dream, and discover the best places to call home.